No one in the town questioned the church. It stood at the edge of the village, older than any house, older than any record. Stone walls covered in cracks, tall windows that never seemed to let light fully pass through, and a bell that rang every night at exactly midnight, not for prayer, for something else. Elias had only lived in the town for a week when he first noticed it. The people didn't attend church on Sundays. There were no services, no gatherings, no sermons. But every night they went at midnight in silence, walking slowly toward the church, one by one, like they were being called. At first, Elias assumed it was tradition, something cultural, strange but harmless, until he saw their faces. No one spoke. No one looked at each other. Their expressions were empty, almost relieved, like they were going to give something away. Curiosity got the better of him. So one night, Elias followed. He kept his distance as the townspeople entered the church. The heavy wooden doors opened without a sound, then closed behind them, one by one, until the village was empty. Elias waited, then approached. The church felt wrong. The air around it heavier, thicker, like breathing through something invisible. He pushed the door open. Inside, it was dark. Only a few candles lit the room, their flames flickering unnaturally, casting long shadows that seemed to stretch too far. At the far end of the church, there was no altar. Instead, there was a staircase leading down, and the people, they were all gathered around it, standing in a circle, heads lowered, whispering something under their breath. Over and over, the same phrase, soft, rhythmic, like a chant. Elias stepped closer, trying to listen, but the words didn't make sense. They sounded broken, ancient, like something not meant to be spoken anymore. Then the chanting stopped, all at once. Silence. Every head slowly turned toward him. Elias froze. Their eyes, they looked wrong, too wide, too aware, like they were no longer fully human. A man stepped forward, old, thin, his voice calm. "You shouldn't be here." Elias tried to speak, but the words wouldn't come out. The man pointed toward the staircase. "You came, so you must see." Before Elias could react, they grabbed him, not violently, but firmly, like it was necessary, like it had to be done. They dragged him toward the stairs. The air grew colder with every step down, darker, thicker. The walls changed. Stone became something else, uneven, organic, like the inside of something alive. But at the bottom, there was a chamber, wide, deep, and in the center, there was a pit. Something moved inside it, slow, heavy, breathing, a sound that didn't belong in the world above. Elias tried to pull away, panic rising. "What is that?" The old man answered quietly. "Not what, who." The thing in the pit shifted, a massive shape, too large to fully see, its surface constantly moving, like it couldn't hold a single form. Eyes appearing, disappearing, opening where there shouldn't be eyes. Then it spoke, not with a voice, but inside Elias's mind, a low, dragging sound, hungry, ancient. The townspeople stepped forward, one by one. each placing something into the pit. Objects, animals, and then a person. Elias watched in horror as one of them stepped forward, willingly, calm, smiling, and dropped into the darkness. The thing moved, satisfied, for now. Elias turned to run, but hands held him in place. The old man looked at him, almost kindly. "We don't worship it," he paused, then whispered, "We keep it calm." Elias shook his head. "No, no." The man sighed. "Every night it needs something." Put his grip tightened, and tonight he looked directly into Elias's eyes. "It chose you from the pit." Something reached out.